This morning I woke up and had the intuition to focus in the standing position and receive energy from the ground through my feet, through a regel, but the regalium, the 2 feet, regalim. And now in retrospect, it's because today is still within the Sukkot festival, which is one of the regalim festivals, the 3 regalim festivals. So it should be through the feet. But especially now that I get this energy, and it was supposed to be this energy, the energy of man's return energy into the spirit, into the heavens. It comes as what they call a mayim nekuvim, a feminine waters, an up energy from man. And where does he receive this energy from? He receives it from the ground, but there's a special level of this ground. I call this level the ha'aretz level. That's right, with a vav in it. Not only the ha'aretz that's found in Genesis 1:1, but Genesis 2:2, Bereshit 2:1, 1:2, the second line of the Torah. It says, Va'aharetz was tohu vabohu. This energy from the ground, which I call a tal energy, which I'm still praying for until tomorrow. A tal energy, which is 39 Shabbos laws and many other things. Adonai Echad. This level of energy comes up from the ground into the body, through your feet. I can't show you this now, but even sitting on a chair, you can receive the energy through your feet. And I'm doing these spirals around my feet. May I suggest barefoot to have a contact with the Va'aretz. Why is this first word of line 2 of the Torah Va'aretz? And so I'm do the gematria. It relates to the et ha'aretz of the first line. But the vav now is put on the ha'aretz. And so the gematria of this is vav 6, hey 5, that's 11, aleph 12, resh 200, so that's 212. And then a final zede. A final zede is 900. So we have 212 and 900. So we get 1,112, which is a propitious number anyway, because anything that has 112 in it is the name Yud-Kei Vav-Kei with Elohim. And with an aleph, with 1,000 there, that makes it an aleph, 2 with it. But there's more. If you add the 5 letters, you get 1,112 plus 5, and 1 for the word itself. So that's an added 6. So 1,112 plus 6 is 1,118. Now, you know from my other videos that 1,118 is the gematria of the first line of the Shema. If you add up the whole words of the Shema, Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad, it comes out to be 1,118. And so you get this word, this entire word, the whole Shema is evident here in V'haaretz. And that's how deep this is, because V'haaretz hayata was tohu vabohu. The Shema comes from this level before creation, you know, or at least from the tohu and bohu level, the worlds of tohu, before it's manifested here. And by saying the Shema, you reach into these worlds to rectify them, or enter into them, their energy, which is a rectification enough. This is amazing. This is to me, this is deep. And so how are you going to receive this? You, by doing it with bare feet in the morning, doing these circles on the bare feet, receiving through the regalim, the regel. If you want, even stand on one foot, receive the Torah on regel ehad. But you're going to receive this energy upwards from the Eretz. There's energy in the Eretz for man. It's where they put the people when they die, isn't it? The Eretz. The energy upward. You know, when they talk about man being a co-creator with God, it's not that it's a co-creator. He receives his energy from this aspect of Eretz, upward. Mayim Nekuvim. Feminine waters as opposed to masculine waters coming down. This is a great secret. And how to receive this is through the feet, standing up and just focusing on the soles of the feet. As you walk, regalim festivals, especially, but any other day, when you wake up, your soul was up in heaven. You've come down with a new spark. Remember the word regalim is 233 plus 50 for, that's regel, plus 50 for yud and mem, that's the plural. That's 283, plus 5 letters themselves, that's 288, and that's the number of sparks there are. You know, that's deep. Which is evident in some word following. But they find it there yourself. And these 288 sparks come up through the feet. So you receive them. You're receiving this energy from the ground, from the Tao. You see. Where the man is, where the manner is. And it's just so funny that the word man, mem nun, is the same as mayim nekuvim, mem nun. And this energy comes upward. It's the feminine energy. Because by definition, the Jew is the feminine partner of Hashem, the masculine. The Jew is the moon as opposed to the sun. See? The Kala as opposed to the Kal. See? So the point is, this is a very deep secret, how to receive this energy and strengthen oneself to the next level of development. And these are always different levels of development. You see? It's where you want to spend your time, your tick-tock. Regal also means time. Where do you want to spend your time? Do you have infinite time in this body? Or spend your time wisely. I know people that get up in the morning at 4 o'clock to go to work. But they don't get up at 4 o'clock kind of like for themselves, their self-action. They blame it on work. See. Get up at 4 for yourself. Do the work on yourself. Don't work for somebody else. For a paycheck and then have to be quiet. You'll be quiet soon enough. Develop yourself. Now receive that energy from the eretz, up. What they call grounding. Philosophy, the grunt, the base. There are two energies. There's a sky energy down, but this is up to man. He's got his feet on the ground. He can't reach up into the upper regions of the sky. He's limited by 6 feet. He can touch the ground. So it's up to him to receive the energy from the ground. Not for him to think up here and receive it from the ground, the mamish, the grunt. The base, grounding, and then spiral it up. So this is a very deep issue here. Later on that same verse, we have the word Hoshek. But we don't have it as Hoshek here. We have it as Va-Hoshek. Va-Hoshek comes out to be 314. 314 is Yesod. The reason I'm just bringing this up is because I'm still in Sukkot when I'm doing this, and I may have gotten it from the ground in the Sukkos. But 314 is Yesod, and Yesod is the whole secret of Shemini Atzeret. Because all this is supposed to come into Shemini Atzeret. All this is supposed to come into Yesod. Yesod. Freudians out there, it's Yesod. And if you don't think this world is sexual, then become a Christian. The whole point is Yesod. Shaddai. The name from Yesod. You see it on the tefillah, and you see it on the wall, on the mezuzah, and you're supposed to touch the mezuzah every time you come in and out of a room. And when you live in a house, every time you transfer from one room to another, you're supposed to touch the mezuzah. Be aware. This Yesod, this Hoshek, becomes available even more so on Shemini Atzeret. I want to make sure I have all this. The word Tahum, which is also in this verse. Tet Het, Tov, Hey, Vav, Mem. $451 plus 4, that's 455, and those are the 3 spellings of Aleph, Hey, Yud, Hey. Just throwing this in so you know. This energy received from the ground up. This is man's energy. Spiral on fixed feet. Those are the things I wanted to cover in this short video. Receive the energy up through your feet. The energy, you can't type with those toes. People don't do anything with those toes unless they're soccer players. Do some foot reflexology. Get in touch with these toes. The more you touch them and recognize them, the more you'll get energy from the ground. build your building from the ground up. Build your building on a strong foundation. And what's foundation? Foundation is called Yesod.